Turn up the AC hot takes. You know what it is. It's your boy Fedos Jr. Vargas Dynasty going up. Don't act like you don't know. We're the only three brothers that really running shit in the boxing game. You know?
Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with Reason on a solo edition. Now, we're going to jump right into this one. Now, before I jump into this one, by the time y'all see this, I'm already going to be in Vegas. We here for the Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios weigh-in. It's lit. So by the time y'all see this, I'm already going to be there. I'm about to be starting here in Vegas shortly. Right now, it's about 5:20 in the morning. But I've been wanting to do this upload about the Sheeraz and Berlanga fight, and then Shakur versus Zepeda. So quick little breakdown of the two fights over the weekend. Now, first we're gonna start with the main event. You know what I'm saying? The Edgar Berlanga versus Sheeraz. I meant Sheeraz. That's the first time I've seen Sheeraz fight. Won't be the last. Dude could box. He looked really good. I was expecting a knockout. I thought he was gonna knock out Berlanga. Because I don't think Berlanga, I think he's very overrated. He's got heart and he's gonna fight you. But I think Berlanga's his skills are very limited. I think he only got the Canelo fight because Canelo had no doubt in his mind that he was going to work Berlanga, and he did that. That was a one-sided, you know. I think he kind of let getting the fight get to his head, because that fight with Canelo wasn't close. He had no shot, no point in that fight did anybody think he had any type of shot at beating Canelo. So let's talk about the fight. Early on, I thought Sheeraz did really well. Like from the opening bell, I thought he stayed calm. He didn't get out of his character. He stuck to his game plan. He boxed. I think he knew that he was a better boxer than Berlanga, and I think that was apparent very early on. I appreciate the patience from Sheeraz because I think Berlanga was trying to get to him a little bit early, but Sheeraz stayed the course. He boxed beautifully, and as the rounds went on, because it got stopped in round 5, early in round 5. As the rounds went on, like rounds 2, 3, and 4, you started to see like the skill set on display a little bit more for Sheeraz. I thought he was using the jab wonderfully. I thought he was doing nice counters. I mean, not counters, but nice combinations versus Berlanga, landing some strong power shots. And he caught Berlanga with a I believe it was a right hand, wobbled him, put him down. And Berlanga got up a little too fast. I don't know if he was I don't know what it is, man. Sometimes when a fighter has never been in a position like that, when he's expected or when he thinks he's supposed to roll over the guy and then he gets dropped, and he got up too fast and he was more hurt than he tried to let on. And he was absolutely saved by the bell at the end of round 4. The ref had to push Sheeraz back just a little bit because he tried to come up to continue to fight a little prematurely. So the ref held him back for a second, and that saved Berlanga by the bell in round 4. And when going into after round 4, going to the corner, with round 5 coming up, you saw it coming. The end was near. And big ups to Sheeraz, because but started round 5, he ain't come out swinging. He ain't come out overexcited or nothing. He came out patient, calmly, and stalked. Berlanga got close. Boom. Hit him 2-3 times. It was over from there. Put him out of his misery. The ref stopped the fight early in round 5. So, yeah, that was it for Berlanga. Hopefully, he takes some time, the rest of the year off, relax, recover, get back to the drawing board, and just work on some things. And don't work on just being a little more calm in the ring, and don't try to do too much. Just don't try to do too much, and find someone that that it's gonna be a good fight for you, that you can beat on the comeback. Next year, early next year, coming off back-to-back, basically back-to-back L's. One to Canelo. He had a fight in between, but it was like a little tune-up. No one expected him to have any trouble. But, you know, Berlanga went down. He took an L. He got stopped by Sheeraz. Shout out to Sheeraz. A lot of people were saying, you know, Canelo couldn't stop Berlanga, but Sheeraz did. So Turkey Al-Sheikh was talking about how he thinks Sheeraz earned a shot at Canelo. I don't know about all that, but I do think Sheeraz is a tough fight for anybody. He just moved up to 168, so it's going to be interesting to see what's next for him. I'm excited for what's next for him. I can't wait to see it. And when he does have another fight, I'm definitely going to check it out. So shout out to Sheeraz for that win over Berlanga, dropping Berlanga 2 times and then stopping him in round 5. So shout out to Sheeraz, and we're going to move on to Shakur and William Zepeda. Now, Shakur's stock hasn't, you know, been the highest recently. A lot of people calling him a runner, you know, similar to the Devin Haney thing. Because, you know, he had a bad performance against Edwin De Los Santos maybe like almost 2 years ago at this point. And, you know, he got the term of being a runner because of that fight. And because he wasn't trying to engage. He seemed a little nervous, a little scared to get hit, as a lot of people were saying all over the internet and social media. So early in the fight, man, I thought Zepeda did what I thought he was going to do. I thought he fought a good fight. I thought he did exactly what he needed to do to beat Shakur. Pressure him, throw a lot of punches. And in the first half of the fight, I would say he did very well. Shakur just demonstrated that there's levels. Shakur might, they say you're only as good as your last performance. Shakur's performance against Zepeda might be his best in a long time. A couple years for sure, his best performance. And I thought he displayed a great boxing ability. He was letting his hands go. He stayed right in front of William Zepeda, and Zepeda was throwing a lot of punches and looked like he was forcing Shakur into the corner. But I don't think at any moment in the fight Shakur was ever in trouble. Even up against the corner, even up against the ropes. I think he was always in control. He was, one thing I loved about Shakur, he was demonstrating the huge gap in hand speed. And I think he was doing amazing things. Like when Zepeda had him in the corner or had him against the ropes and he was throwing a lot of punches, trying to smother him and throw, you know, and catch him, Shakur was right there. And every now and then he'll throw a counter, little left hand, right hand, you know, a little slick as he's moving and dodging the punches, you know, a little something, little counter shots he was throwing in there. He was landing them all night. I thought as the fight went on, the separation between the talent and the skills, I thought it started to show itself more, especially around the middle of the fight on to the second half. I thought the second half, Shakur absolutely dominated. I think I had it 117 to 111. I believe I had it 9 rounds to 3 in favor of Shakur. Zepeda got a lot of his rounds early. I thought after 6 rounds it was close, but I had Shakur winning. Like I said, I gave Shakur, it was either 9-3 or 10-2. I'd have to watch it back, but even with the wide scorecards, I was not disappointed in the fight. I don't think William Zepeda has anything to be ashamed of. I think he showed out. I think he played a good performance. But Shakur, I think Shakur's one of the best fighters in the world. Pound for pound, skill for skill, like forget accolades, straight in-ring abilities. Under 30, he's right there with Devin and Teal. Like them 3 under 30, probably the 3 best skill-wise. I mean, you could throw Boots in there, but Shakur's in that conversation with the best skill fighters in the world. I think he's a star. I think he's elite. And I think his boxing skills are elite. His hand speed is elite. His movement, his defense. I think he does everything great. The only thing you could really say against him is maybe power. But he can outbox you. He can make you look silly in the ring, and he can just hit you at will. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about these fights because they were very exciting over the weekend. Berlanga got knocked out by Sheeraz. in what some people are saying is an upset. And on paper, yeah, it is an upset, but I thought Sheeraz was gonna win that fight by knockout, so I'm not surprised there. Maybe at when it was stopped, but as far as him knocking out Berlanga, I'm not surprised. So hopefully Berlanga takes some time off and then he'll recover and come back ready to go early next year. I can't wait to see what's next for Sheeraz. Hopefully somebody of note. Maybe he can go fight the old boy who just beat Caleb Plant. I think that would be an awesome fight. Let's look into that a little bit more as we move forward. But like I said, man, Berlanga got knocked out, and then shout out to Shakur. He did a great performance. He looked incredible. He looked like he was the Shakur that I know he is. So shout out to Shakur. Shout out to William Zepeda for putting on a good fight. Shout out to Sheeraz and Berlanga for giving us a good fight as well. So Berlanga goes down and Shakur shines. So I just wanted to drop my thoughts, about these two fights, and we can't wait to see what's next for Shakur, and we can't wait to see what's next for Sheeraz. And until next time, this has been Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. And by the time you see this video, I'm already going to be in Vegas. We at the Pacquiao Barrios weigh-in. I'm going to do the breakdown later on today. I'm going to do the footage from the weigh-in. Hopefully we get some footage with some fighters, some interviews. I'm going to see if I can get another drop from Fernando Vargas Jr. shouting out my channel, because he did that back in February when I was at the Benavides Morale weigh-in. So hopefully we're going to see some stars today, and we here. And for those of you who have been around way back when we started this channel, the long-awaited return of Charlie Gray. My brother will be back. He lives in Vegas, so I'm going to see him later on today. And we're gonna be at the weigh-in. We're going to talk boxing. We're going to talk Pacquiao, Barrios, Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, the Fierro fucking Cruz, Pitbull Cruz fight, and Figueroa and Joet Gonzalez, bro. Like, it's lit. This card is lit. I wanted to, shout out to everybody who's still watching. Shout out to those who are newly subscribed. Shout out to you if you ever watched the video, even if you don't subscribe. Let me know what you think about those fights over the weekend between Berlanga getting knocked out and Shakur shining, and who you think is going to win this weekend between Pacquiao and Barrios. Not only that, we got Usyk and Dubois going down Saturday. We going to break it all down. It's boxing. It's lit. Reason, turn up the AC Hot Takes. Once again, Charlie Gray going to be joining me later on today at the weigh-in out in Vegas. So until next time, Reason, turn up the AC Hot Takes. We're out.